How do you know if your T-Con board is defective, and how do you fix it? I'm going to be showing you how to go from this to this. There we go. We have our audio and a glow from the screen. So let's open it up and show you how to fix it. Now that we've opened up the TV, let's take a closer look at the T-Con. And I'm first going to start by disconnecting the LVDS ribbon here. I just plugged in our LVDS ribbon into our mainboard tester so that we can test the mainboard and make sure that it is functional. I'm plugging in our power, and we get a red light here which indicates 12 volts is going to the mainboard tester from the mainboard, and we get picture. So that confirms our mainboard is not the issue. So let's take a closer look at the T-Con now. In beep mode, when I detect a short, we get a beep from our multimeter, and we're going to check these two caps here. And we have a beep and a beep. So this indicates that our ISL chip is shorted and needs to be replaced. I'm, as always, starting off with a little flux. So I have my bottom heat at 300 Fahrenheit, and I'm setting my hot air from the top at 350 Celsius. I'm going to be giving it about 20 seconds of hot air, give or take, while also monitoring the chip. All right, and it's moving. And I'm going to try to go quick while my bottom heat is still hot. It'll make it easier for me to desolder. Just got to be very careful with these traces, they're very fragile. A little cleanup with the isopropyl alcohol. And I'm going to put the smallest dab of solder paste I can on the center pad. And that's actually probably too much, but I think that's kind of my signature move. We're going to put our new chip. Pin 1 is indicated by our little triangle arrow here. And of course, our new chip has a little dot where pin 1 is. We got a lot of flux. I'm going to try to line this up best I can. And that looks good enough for right now. So again, we're going to do about 20 seconds of hot air. Yeah, and it's flying around right now. And you know what? I think it actually just flowed already, which was within 10 to 15. So let's let it cool off and see if it's actually soldered on correctly. All right, I've waited long enough. The solder has to be solidified by now. Let me give it a shove. Hey, so it is good. Perfect. I'm gonna do a little more flux. And on this channel, a little means a lot. Now we can go ahead and solder all the joints. Now we'll do a cleanup, and I don't think I actually did that good of a job, but we're going to inspect once I remove all that extra flux. Oh. So this is the side that is facing us, and it looks like the second joint right here could use a little bit more solder, so we're just going to add a little more. Sorry, all of this is very hot. Let's take a look at the other sides, but the rest looks good so far. This is our second side, and that one looks okay. Let's rotate again to our third side. Our third side also looks okay, and this is our fourth and final side, which also looks pretty good. We're back in our beep mode. We're gonna do our final checks for shorts, and we no longer have a short. So that means replacing the ISL did remove the short, so we're good to live test. I just reinstalled the T-Con board, and it looks like it's working.